YouTube and on Facebook. And today we are in health habit number 5. And the title of it is Let Go to Let In. And I'm Simone Klelt here, your natural healing expert and also your consciousness healing expert. So we are now more honing in on my speciality, my drive in life. So it's something I am liking and loving to explore about. And I hope that's something of interest for you too. So be invited to be a part of the whole series, more showing how are you capable of doing whatever your heart and mind from a deep level, from a very deep level, is telling you to do. So for that, I will demonstrate today. As you notice, if someone goes in front of an audience, they usually probably will prepare. And everyone probably first time going on stage will have a weird sensation going in. This is like, probably feeling not the greatest about, because most people have so-called stage fear. It's totally normal and cool. And so I was checking in how I can, show the results of what I'm doing to you, and encourage you to try and test and experiment something similar as well as I do right now. So I have not prepared. Usually I am, when I go live, it's my responsibility to present material that is of value for you. That's all what we have been trained, that's all what we have been learning, that we are intellectually presenting material of great value. As German, we are definitely trained in that way. So, but I also remember growing up that I was very, very good in school due to the ability to be a parrot. Right? So there's not a lot of things that really interested me, in the way that I was, interested on wanting to know about it. It was more that we have been trained to, if you want to be good and you want to have a life that feels good to you, and you have all these things that are making your life comfortable, then you need a good profession, and therefore you need to be good in school. And me personally, I definitely wanted to also make my parents happy, because of a good kid in school makes the parents happy, isn't it? Right? So, if I can talk from the bottom of my heart, I was really good in being able to please other people, and for the disadvantage of myself, because I was really good in school, don't get me wrong, but I was good to learn it and then to forget it. So in here, out there. So it didn't create any skill. I was liking sports as an example, so therefore that was different. But I was not so much the intellectual. The intellect wasn't required so much as, to get good results. It was more the physical body. So then I learned on that level how to please everyone around. So, and forcing my body to do maybe things that maybe has been good, maybe not. But in general, sports was helping me to release a lot of tension. So that I really liked, of course, in order to bring back balance into my life. And therefore, I also liked singing, any forms of it. I was very, very talented as a young child. Then I lost that a little bit, but could keep, was still good in singing. And that helped me a lot of releasing feelings and emotions as well, to neutralize things. I didn't know that when I was growing up. I just did it because it felt better, right? And so I think that the most people are going through life exactly that they are trying to fit into society, not knowing that this is what they are doing, trying to fit into that idea that has been implanted into you of having a life, and this looks like this, right? So like a house and a family and or not family or career or whatsoever. So I mean, anything on that line is a future picture that has been given to you. It's not what life is about. And so I'm stepping up here a little bit today and come completely unprepared. And I tell you, it's a challenge for me now. So I'm real, I'm authentic on it. I'm totally transparent on it. I tell you how I really felt. I mean, I thought, sometimes, you prepare and then the day goes on and something else comes into the day and you stop your preparation. So that's what happened yesterday. We had something to do. I could not finish my preparation. And on top of it, I had practiced for a couple of days, noticed there's some changes coming into me. I practice more on a meditative level. And I also had a very, very nice conversation yesterday with a friend of mine, Hallie. Hi, just in case that you are here right now. So it was a very, very wonderful conversation that ignited a lot of internal waves, if you want to say so. And so many things happen when you talk with someone that is more on the same level, right? So you all had that too. And so that on top of it, so we had wonderful conversation that some of those things we discussed have been really shaking me, right? So we both are very sensitive and we shared that. And what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we had somewhere to go. I couldn't finish. I didn't even start yet for the preparation. I thought, okay, well, that's what it is right now. So I let that happen. That already caused a certain amount of stress. So my body does respond, and but I'm bigger than that, So I'm realizing it, and as we go, I mean, my inner part that tells me I'm freaking out, I'm not prepared, I can't go on like that, right? So, well, I'm also, when I'm getting bigger, so it's like you're becoming mom for that part in you. You're saying, it's all right, I'm holding you, I'm with you, we are able to take that, it's all right. So you're giving that the love, the self-love that it's needed. So we are then together, right, also are realizing that we can let that go. So we don't need to worry about that. That is something, you just need to let that go. And then there came at the end of the day more sensation of my body is letting go of toxins. So it felt like a cold coming on type of, but I know it's not. So I'm using Sending Qigong as a practice in order to bring healthier vibration into my body. And then I rested, so I just go on. And I woke up this morning. First of all, I could wonderfully sleep. So I could let go of all the worries. It's all right. Life is coming as it comes. And it's taking you, and whatever it's important at this minute, I will know. That is a level of trust that we all will need in order to move through life with less stress, with less anxiety about the next day. That is a challenge. That can by itself be bring on anxiety. But that what happened this morning. So, well, I have a recording before I come on with you guys here every morning, and preparing for another platform so that we can present material to you on more conscious level. So, well, that took a little bit longer than usual. So I just had really 20 minutes break between coming on and, the last recording. Well, here we are. I started the 20 minutes to that worry came up again and again, and being anxious. So my body is starting to react. And I'm seeing myself, because that's what we need to have. We have to have an observative state to get curious. What am I doing? And telling myself that I am capable or not capable of doing. And is that really happening? So I'm curious on all these things, right? So I am realizing I'm starting to sweat. I'm running like a wild animal through the kitchen and I should eat something, right? So these emotional food binging ideas coming in. So I would probably go for chocolate at the point, dark chocolate, I love that. And coffee probably, right? So decaffeinated, organic coffee probably, but I just watched it. And there is a part in you that, or say, an energy, if I want to say so, a force, a power, however you want to describe that is able to expand beyond all that, all the worries, all the feelings and sensations that are, in real time happening. And this is practice, what we all need when those emotions and so those thoughts are rolling in, because life is coming every day with challenges. But they are challenges. They are not made for that you are freaking out and that you're buying into the emotions. The emotions are telling me in this moment, I have some thoughts. They seem to be very stressful for me. And that is okay. That's number one. It is okay. That's important for your health. It is okay to be freaked out. It is okay to have sweaty armpits. It is okay to want to run into the kitchen and pick the emotional food that you're used to. It is okay to have maybe a shaking. I don't have that so much, but other people. It's okay that your hands are sweating and your feet may sweat. This is all a sign of that your body wants to let go in order to let in. So standing here now, still have those, or I mean, it's subsided, of course, right? So because I think it's hilarious watching that to happen. There's a part of me it's really curious and thinks like, wow, cool, you know. So those things, and as more as I can bring that curiosity up in me, I feel less stressed and less overrun by the emotion. And in my family line, this is something I can see also in the eyes that runs in the family. And I can tell, I can for sure tell in my whole family. Not so much on my mom's side, more on my dad's side. When I see into the eyes of my family, and unfortunately I have the ability, except one child I don't have. But I can tell that we are having nervous system issues. There's a lot of stress has been running through the family. This shows up as we call them stress rings. So that is like an overtaxing of your autonomic nervous system. So it's kicking in all the time. So it means that our family line has been running on fear almost their whole life. And when we see in iris analysis, when we see those stress rings running through, they will affect the areas where they run through. And interesting that often they run through maybe the heart area. And then you may, under stress, experience heart arrhythmia. But it is because of the stress that your nervous system is not able to or capable of holding the charge. And so your body tries to harmonize and deal with that kind of a weaker state. And so that is something I'm very alert to, and it's good for me to know. So anyone has done the iris analysis will then start to have more compassion to certain things and saying, oh, well, it might be not an issue of my heart. It might be an issue of that I'm stressed and my communication system doesn't work too well right now. So then I can start to help myself, which I do, like coming up with some potassium broth, because I do need electrolytes, you know, in order to increase, communication. So that's something with people, they have autonomic those stress rings, right? Autonomic nervous system issues, being stressed out a lot, they will lose a lot of minerals through that, right? So, well, all I'm saying is that as more as you learn about and can see that those are patterns, you are becoming less affected by the pattern. And that's probably the smartest way to use your consciousness wisely, to become so observant that you finally become even alert that you're observing yourself. So there is behind the observer an observer, if you want to say so. And you're just living more in the moment. You're being okay how you are. And I'm encouraging you for today to find something where you feel it is quite a good challenge. Don't be stressed out about it. Don't take something on that is like so overwhelming that you can't handle it. And when you observe it, then watch all your body sensations. Watch what you think, what you're telling yourself. It gives you just a good information about what's happening. And is that really happening in this moment? And it gives you also that compassion for yourself, that that is something you have learned and you're bringing in over and over again. So then there's time, probably for you, to questioning even that, to say, well, do I need when I have a thought of, oh my God, I can't go live without being prepared because people think ... I'm stupid, or I'm dumb, or something like that. And then you can, I mean, just look at that and can say, so if I'm dumb and if I'm stupid, so what? I do really like that sequence of questioning yourself, and just questioning and over again until you come to the deepest one of, well, if you're dumb and you stand in front of a group, if you think you're dumb and you can't share anything, so what? So you really go deeper and deeper, saying, well, what is it? What I'm afraid about? And I have also seen that a lot of people are not even capable of seeing that there is a fear. So that's totally cool. Then you are just okay with numbness, don't feel anything. I'm cool, you're okay with that too. There is nothing wrong, there is nothing right. It is what it is for you in this moment. It's way more natural. You still will get the results from your own doing, but with more awareness and more acceptance, you can let that then go. And when you let go of something, the universe is not empty, as you know. But by your intention, if you're set on health, you will pull in healthy information. And for me, today, I might feel, sweaty and have a pattern of, oh my God, what will they say? Will it be right? So those are thoughts I can see, and I can now take them and just be kind of mothering to them. It's like, it's okay, all right. So, and when I do that over the day, or in meditation, depends on what I'm doing, I usually, because I've been nice to myself, I have been allowing myself to have those thoughts, to have those sensations. There's something coming with that. Sometimes not right away, but usually when I go in Sinding Qigong practice or in a meditation, usually I will get very quiet and I will just sit with it, and not one bit of a change I want to make. I just sit of it or with it. And it's like you're allowing it, you see it, it's like passing by, you see it, and then, okay, it drops. And you come along again, so it's passing by and it drops. And actually you can use it with a movement, right? So it's like you can follow that, and then you start to see, well, it's just a pattern. You even do it physically. It becomes one. So your emotion with the movement and with the thinking, they become one pattern, and then you can see it better. It's kind of an intensifying process when you just watch it. And then you can notice what's really happening. And it's beautiful. It's like time and space become one. And suddenly it's like we are falling through the cracks, like from level of an high riser, falling through into the next level. And then you're, whoa, where am I in here, right? So you just sit with it, you do the same thing, and you may go from a really high riser or from just a 5-story building into different deeper levels of yourself. It's always internally. Nothing that is on the outside is not also existing inside, because of all is connected. all is, connected and can't exist without the other. So the external cannot exist if you don't have something that resonates with that inside. They are, like twins. So, they hang together, even though they are separated in a way, in their form, but not in so-called the soup is all connected, right? So it's all in the soup connected. So that one part cannot exist without the other, the others, all connected. So that is an experience that you can make when you sit and drop through, and there's another level, another layer of the house to explore that you may have not been in. And that's totally cool. And you are always in charge. And that's what's coming as well, that you start to realize, I am in charge. Who is it? Am I? So you start to become bigger and bigger. And you start to be able to accept your emotions, like being afraid or anxious or being worried or being angry or frustrated or sad, or however, you start to see their dance, their function, and you see how beautiful they actually are to help you to become just alert to, well, there's some imbalances going on, and you better pay attention to it, because if you don't, then we have physical symptoms, right? So, but here's a nice thing. I hope that you get this joy that's coming by, hopefully through my talk here, that joy of watching that joy of not interfering with that, the joy of saying, well, my life is showing me every moment what I need to know. And everything is right here. It's presented in front of me. So all I need to know. And that quiets me down. And it comes with all imperfections. What we as society think is an imperfection. It comes with all the ugliness and the beautifulness. It's all in one package. It's all the same. When you come to that acceptance, that bravery to step into, well, I let it be. This means I let go of what other people think about me. I let go of what is, said it's the right thing to do, right? Because you have to experience that. And well, I do recommend when you test and experiment with that, you experiment in a safe space. You love yourself enough to allow yourself not to step out like a jump if you're not feeling that is something you want to do. I would encourage you to step it up slowly, and step it up in the way that you can, reconcile for yourself as, that's okay, I can do that. Don't go for something beyond your limits. Don't jump over your limits. It's really my recommendation, because you will aggravate and cause your nervous system to, have more proof of that needs to be worried about, because you, behind all that, give information that might be dangerous for certain parts of you. So this means you haven't seen how afraid you are, so therefore you're pushing yourself and push yourself over the edge all the time. Not recommended. Not doing it. You can go to the edge of whatever feels comfortable, but there's already a little bit like, don't know, right? As I do today. It is a challenge, so therefore your nervous system is more released, and you, in this way, you build trust. That trust is absolutely necessary for, everyone to come back. And in healing, it is a requirement. You want to trust yourself. You want to trust that you have tested enough. You have proven it to yourself, to your intellect, to your feelings, to your body enough that they all are into harmony and on board with it and not against. If you have one person in the boat that's not rowing or not rowing into the same direction, you will have less effectiveness. So it's okay. And you may realize that's what's going on. You may have parts in your boat, they're not going the same direction, want to go somewhere else. Well, in this moment, that is all beautiful and okay. And you want to just relax into that, letting also that go. Letting go that this is wrong and this is right, and see what happens. I want to hear from you what's happening for you when you're allowing yourself to step out to a degree that you can feel still comfortable enough, but on the edge, and then move along that edge and see how you can be more mobile. We will need that, right? So you need more flexibility. When I cannot go this way, well, if I move then a little bit further, can I move around it, right? So we want to become a little bit more agile on how life goes, and a little bit more agile how your emotions are influencing you. And when you more see them and you're becoming more trustful to yourself that they are not overrunning you, you will step out so much further. You will be so much more brave from a knowing point, from a point that I will not push it, I will implement it, I will integrate it, but I can. So that's where I want us all to drive towards too, and understanding that for yourself. And that's a practice. That is theory and practice need to come together, creating this beautiful dance of your life. So I invite you for that. So I'm creating a program on that, by the way, and how to be on all levels, knowing what on each level, what for tool will be needed. And then you can pick and choose your tools. There's so much out. It's so beautiful what we have offered here on the planet now. So many beautiful souls offering their specialities and their skills. So if you know how to pick and choose those tools, then you probably will much more benefit, and also the person that is helping you on or supporting you in a certain amount of your time and space, in your life, they also will trust themselves more because they are probably very good with what they are offering. All right, so see you then tomorrow. Love you so much, and wish that you are capable of letting more go of whatever you can let go, so that you can let something fresh and new and loving yourself more in. All right, see you then tomorrow. Bye-bye.